This ain't advice. I'm not your advisor. And as they say in the biz, slap that subscribe button. We're only about 100,000 away from a million. We're almost there. Welcome to another episode. Thank you for tuning in. Let's check out the question. Lump sum payout from an inherited IRA. Okay, you received an inherited traditional IRA when your father died last year. I'm sorry to hear your father died. With a nearly 6% drop in its value the past month, it's got you concerned. Reasonable to be concerned. You'd rather put the money into something safer like bonds, even though the reward is not as great. You'd like to take a lump sum payout, although you know you'll have a big tax hit next year. So for those of you who don't know, when you take money out of an IRA or an inherited IRA, it's as if you're earning ordinary income. You would lose about 15% based on the taxes. Yeah, okay, your father lost about 20% in the stock's value during 2008, 2009. That's actually really good. The stock market generally went down like 40 or 45%. So maybe it wasn't that aggressive, or maybe you had some great stocks. But good job to your dad. So you're saying if the same thing would occur again, you could lose even 5% more than the taxes. I understand what you're saying. You're 61 and will be retiring in a few years, so you don't really have the time to wait for regaining the losses if that would occur. You realize nobody knows the future, but is it better to ride it out and possibly lose more, or pull it out with a known loss and reinvest in a less risky option? You're very risk averse, so the risk outweighs the reward. Your retirement is already set, it's already planned. You got a house in Southeast Asia with a low cost of living where you can live off half your pension, Social Security every month without touching your savings. Wow. Okay, so you got good ideas, but you're planning on doing the wrong thing. So you can take out the traditional IRA, because he died last year, you actually could stretch it out over a really long amount of time. You could stretch it out over your expected lifetime. Now, the thing that you need to remember, or the thing that you should know, and you should think about, I think, is you don't need to take out the money out of the stock market and take it out of the account. You could do one or the other. So you're talking about moving it out of the account so that it can't go down. But you could just sell the stocks in the inherited IRA and just buy bonds in the IRA. Because you're going to be retiring in a few years, and I'm assuming that your pension and your Social Security are going to be less than the amount you're earning right now. You're going to be in a lower tax bracket when you retire. Almost everyone is, especially if you decide to delay your Social Security until like 70. Let's say you're 61 right now. You work until you're 64, 65. And let's say you're going to delay your Social Security till you're 70. You're going to have this gap of 5 years where there is really low income for you. Those are the years when you want to take this money out. Now, I don't know how much money this is compared to your earnings, but it'd probably be better. It sounds like it'd be better for you to pay those taxes after you've retired, while you're not working, while you don't have that extra earned income. You can just sell whatever's in there and buy CDs, treasuries, whatever you're going to buy outside of there, you can probably buy inside the IRA. So I wouldn't be in a hurry to distribute the IRA. I would just change the way it's allocated if you don't like the risk. Like I said, no one knows the future. No one knows if riding it out is going to mean a month or 3 months or 3 years or a decade. So I'm not advocating you try to read the tea leaves there. But I would rethink your plan. You don't need to pull all the money out and pay taxes to reduce the risk. You can do that without making it all ordinary income. It's going to hit your tax return. Good luck.